So, I bought this kit from Paperomia, and you know I love me Paperomia. I love all their digitals, and I never stop boasting about them because I really love their digitals. I want to say I have 95% of them all, and I love it. I love it. Now, y'all know me. What's my favorite color? Purple. So this lavender vintage lavender kit, vintage lilac kit, and I said, okay, this is my jam. I'm going to do it. So yesterday I was watching a video on ideas of how they were using this kit. So I have mine. Isn't this the cute? You know, my bows never come out this cute. And now I'm scared to undo it because I might not be able to replicate that. It came out so cute, so neat. Let me see if I can just slide it off. And then I can slide it back on because, oh, okay. Looks like it's gonna work. Okay, so yesterday I did all the cutting. I did all of that so that, you know, my videos are not an hour or so long because that's one of my problems. My videos are too long. So I went ahead and I prepared everything. You know, we're gonna put it together, and glue it and all that. But I did the pre-cut. I did everything. Okay, so it's only a few pages I printed because this is a small thing. So let me unclip everything. I always paper clip everything because that way I know where I want everything. That's just something I've been doing since I started because it's helped me. It's helped me remember and all that good stuff. You know, where did I say I wanted stuff? All right, so here is one of their digitals. I printed this on vellum paper and I have it on a white background, you see, so that it'll pop up. So I think that's very beautiful. The castles, right? And then I had a purple gift bag because, you know, my birthday was just recent. So it was last month. I saved one of the gift bags and here it is. Let me put this like this. Let me put this like this. It's so that I remember how I'm doing it. Okay, so here's the gift bag, you see? So I'm using the top portion of the gift bag. I took out the straps. And then I got the bottom part of the bag and I opened it up like that. I wanted this to open up, you know, so I can do one of those. But it was not opening the way I wanted it. It was gonna look really ugly and it was just gonna ruin it and I was gonna be really upset. So I just glued it right back down and I said, okay, so I opened it by here, okay? So these are just little things that I put in there that I was trying to figure out what can I put in there. This is a mulberry paper in pink. I love that paper, I really do. So this is what the bag looks like and it's got that little separation. I said, okay, so it can be like a little separation in there. I just slit that. More mulberry paper. It's to cover that brown stuff on the inside because it's so ugly. You know, I'm gonna glue it down. Look how cute that is, right? Isn't that pretty? I like it. And I have my little seed packs in here, okay? So, again, I slid it. There's that, there's this, okay. The pages that I'm using from the kit, like I showed you, it's the castle. Here's the I can't even pronounce it. Hydrangeas. Oh, come on. Is chance? Well, I can't pronounce it, but you know what it is, and you get the idea. It's these flowers, and I love them. So I had to cut this piece because I had to customize it to this here. But isn't that pretty? It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Is this because I'm going to do the belly band? Okay. This is my little hidden paper clip that we're going to do. Okay. Here's the other page. And this is the other side. Right? I love it. You know, but you know, I'm biased. My favorite color is purple. So anything purple, lilacs, ugh, I love it. Violets, I love it. I love it. Okay. So my idea is that I'm going to use this glittery paper that I got. I don't know where. I don't know if this is from Dollar Tree or, you know, it came in one of these kits, even though that has that. But I think it is. It's from Dollar Tree. You know how they sell these packs of just different size, different papers, but within that theme? That's where this came from. So, that's where that came from. Oh, you know what? I have the other pages that I had printed. You see? Isn't that beautiful? But for this size, look at that. I think it's beautiful. I really do. And these are just repeats of what I have there already. And these are extras because I kept messing up. All right. So this glittery paper, that's where I got that from. I got this because I was with my Sissics. I was doing a die cut. I have these butterflies and die cuts, and I was cutting them out for this other project, and I kept the outline of it. And look how cute, right? So I am going to glue this here to cover that, you know, that part right there. I'm going to cover that. And then I'm going to use the mulberry paper, like I was saying, just to cover the brown on the inside. Because it's ugly. Very ugly. So I'm going to insert that and I'm going to glue it. Okay, why aren't you going in? Okay, and I'm going to bring it up to the edge, you know. I'm going to bring it up to the edge. Glue that down. I'm going to use that right there. I think it's cute. I think it'll look marvelous. Okay. And here's my piece that I'm going to glue here. It's not going to cover the whole thing, but it's okay. It's still going to look really pretty. You see? So it's going to be like that. This is my inside, my other, there. And this is going to be my outer. Wait, this one. This is my outer cover for it. So I'm going to be gluing all this down, okay? I'm going to the edges. And I have this because these are just scraps, but I don't want to dump them. I want to use it. So I'm thinking about, you know, either sewing it like that or I'll just glue it. Isn't that pretty? Like that. And use it as a belly band right here. ¿Ve? Así. You know, I like that. And then, of course, these I'm going to put inside of this one again to cover the brown ugliness on the inside of these things like that. And then I have these seeds. I only had one packet of the lavender, but I think that's cute. It's fitting. And these flowers. So I was going to put one in there. You know. One in here. And you know I love me butterflies. And I was going to put, you know, a butterfly in there. You know, as a little gift as well. And I have these flowers here that I'm going to see how I'm going to incorporate that. Which it happens to be the same flowers of this. And that was pure incidental. I had this before I was even wanting to do this. So. And thank you so much, ladies, for Paperomia. Always reaching out to me and letting me know. I've just been so busy. I have not been on social media at all, you know, for a very long time. I've just been pretty much overwhelmed with stuff, with work. So this was me yesterday fiddling. There's a paper clip in here. So let me take it out. I mean, I know you guys know how to do this, but just in case. It was just... So yeah. You see, it's just a piece, an extra piece with a little gold on it. There's the paper clip. You know, folding it over, bringing it into and under, over and under the paper clip, and then you clip it, right? And then I was actually wanting to do this here, you know, a button, and glue the thing here so I can tie it around, but it hides my castle, my whole thing, and I don't like it. I don't like it with just this alone because, again, it's hiding my thing, and it blends in too much. I don't like it. I'm just gonna do like this, even though it's gonna hide my castle anyways because the strap is gonna be over it. But I don't know. I just said, you know what? I'm gonna use this for my hidden paper clip, and I'll put the button there. Yeah, you see, I'm gonna glue that sucker down in a little bit. It keeps moving. And I'm gonna glue this down and use it as a hidden paper clip. You know, I'm gonna sew it, and that will be that. Okay, and we'll see. I might change my mind again. Who knows, right? We'll see. All right, let me get my inking. Forgot to have that ready. And you know what? That's just who I am. I forget stuff, people. I'm old. And you know what? At this stage in my life, who cares? Who cares? I don't care. I have this ombre ink thingamajiggy. And I ink the edges. I'm going to ink the middle of this. Oh, you know what? I just realized this is vellum paper. Is this going to smear? Okay. Okay. Sides. Okay, until the next one. sure I have it facing the way I want it. Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'll be gluing that down. You know, sometimes the unevenness of the edges drives me nuts because I want it to be lined up. But I've learned, and I've been told enough times, leave it alone. It's perfection. It's imperfect perfection. There we go. Imperfect perfection. And I always have to remember that. All right. Let me start gluing these things here on the inside. All right, wait for my glue to come down. You know, it's been thunderstorming here since I got here from California, where I have to travel sometimes for work. And yeah, it's been thunderstorming lately. Well, while my glue's going down, because again, I wasn't prepared like I was yesterday. Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. The glue I'm using is tacky glue. I put it in here. All right. Perfect. And I want the ones with the most little stripies. Okay. Ah, see that? Paperomia. Love ya. Ha. Isn't that cute? I'm always writing something with the glue. I don't know. And you know what? I've seen a whole slew of people do it too. And it's like, I don't know why you waste and do that when nobody's going to see it. But I know it's there and I don't care. I want to do it. I want to do it. So, just want to bring it up to the edge. Glue it down. Now I'm going to do the other side, right? Yeah. I love purple. All right. Just gonna line it up with the edge. Make sure it's nicely lined and even. Ay. Bueno. Bueno. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to glue this down. Glue it down. Oh, it's thundering. A lot. God loves you, and that He does. Yep. All right. Okay. Just a little bit below. You know, I was thinking right now, my little brain, that what if I put like a background thing and then I can use it as a pocket. Let me see. Oops. All of it came sliding out. Okay. So it came out of this packet. Let me see if there's a, I don't know. Will it look tacky if I do like a blue in there? Yeah. Oh. Does that look bad? Huh. I think it's a little bit refreshing. Let me see my hydrangeas. I think that there's some blue in here as well. You know, this is the page that's gonna be here. So you know, I think that blue gives it such a beautiful pop of color, you know. Work. You know what? I like this too. I think I'm gonna use this. I think it's a good idea. This can be like a pocket, you know. I'll line it up, I'll cut it, and it can be a pocket. And I'm gonna figure out what to put in there. Okay, I like that. You know, and it's shiny. So I think it's not gonna cover completely my, you know, my purple glittery background. So, all right. I'm gonna do that. Get my scissors. My Fisker scissors that I love so much. Those are great scissors, I gotta tell you. There. Let me glue this down, and then I'll cut it. Okay, it's the same. All right. Okay. Okay. Very pretty. Okay. Now, is this really gonna glue on this? The text because of the texture? I wonder. Oh, I can't sew it. I was saying maybe I can sew it, but you know what? I can't. I don't have those thick needles. Let me make sure I have this facing the right way. Okay, I do. All right. I'm gonna glue these right there. All right. It dries clear, so oh, it's pouring. Yep. It doesn't cover the whole thing, but it is a bit bigger, and I think I like it like that. Bigger. Larger. There we go. Not bigger, but larger. I think I like that better. All right. So I'm going to glue this one down. Oh, I hate that feeling of glue on my fingers, but that's okay. All right. All right, let's glue this down. Okay. Flowers. And castles. All right. Make sure I have it the right way, and I do. Slide it more this way. Yeah, that looks about right. There we go. And we've got that down. Okay. What happened here? Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. This is glued in. This is now glued in. This is glued in. Now I need to glue this part in. lavender flowers. Okay. Because I can't see. Okay. Line it up to the edge. This side. It doesn't matter that it doesn't go all the way to depth. It's just so that you don't see it, the brown on the top. Organization is key. That's me. Even though I know in this crafty world there is no organization, but I have to have some type of organization somehow. So yeah, I wrote organization is key. Doesn't always happen. And then I'm in here for hours reorganizing, or, you know, putting back what I took out of place, and then I end up reorganizing everything all over again. And that's why I never know where nothing is, because I keep changing everything around. It's like, Acelia, what's wrong with you? Would you just stop? But I can't. All right. There we go. And voila. Okay. This is so pretty. I don't want to get rid of that. I'm going to find you a home. Okay. So the inside is taking shape, right? So we have a pocket, pocket, and another pocket right here. Love it. Love it. I love it. And then I've got this here. Now, I need to find, I want to put like a note card in here, you know, that you can write a cute little note in there. And I have these essential oils. It smells like lavender. And maybe I'll put like a little small drop of the lavender in it. You know, like those scented note cards people used to send out in the day before everybody's allergic to everything. I mean, I don't know. People, I think they're more sensitive now than I've ever known in my life. But, all right. So now, yeah, this way. There's that. But do I want to sew this in? I think it's too thick. The needle's not going to go through. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it will. Hold on. Because I have an awl. And I'll just stab it to death here in the middle, you know. And I'll thread it. And then it's going to be covered anyways. Like this. They won't be able to see it. Or do I use, look, let me show you. Let me put this back. I have this ribbon from when I was gifted that bag. You see? I mean, I'm not gonna put this, all of it, but, So, I was thinking, look how pretty this ribbon is. But what if I do this, right? Isn't that pretty? I think that'll look really pretty. And I can have this hang on the top, you know? I can use it, you know, I'll make a knot up here. Oops. I can use this one and another, and this. I'm trying to find a thin. Here we go. A thin. Oh, because it's split. Hold on. Well, I'm going to continue that split. Because, yeah, I would like it thinner. You know? So, how's about I do this? I'm just gonna place it inside to have the shimmery side. You know, I'll make that taut. It's just to make it a little different. Like that. It's going to be covered on the outside anyways, and I'm going to this. I don't know if I want that purple mixed in. It looks so pretty like that. I think I'm just gonna cut it, but I'm gonna do away with this extra ribbon because I think it looks pretty like that, you know. Yeah, I don't think I want these things sticking up. I don't know. But let me not do it yet because I want to put a note card in here that you can write a little something. Right? And I can just stick it here in the middle. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So it doesn't match because these are orchids, these are hydrangeas. My friend sent me this. She printed this on the guest check. My friend Sherelle, look how beautiful. She does beautiful stuff. So, and I have these note cards. I think this one's more, you know, like put it there. I don't know. Put it right here in the middle. No, looks like an afterthought. No. And that covers up my flower, which that's what I don't like. So, what I can do is just put then some of these beauties in here, in the pocket as a gift. That's what I'll do. Okay, yeah, I think that's best. Yeah, okay. But I want to do something in here. I just don't want to put these things, because then it's like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? I want this to be interactive. I want to do something in here. Too bad I don't have any of this in purple. A longer one, you know, like create a pocket, but I need something, or I'm gonna come back to it, and I'll just update the video. But I think I'm gonna print something. I need like maybe a little lined paper, something in there. I can't just leave it like that. I can't. Yeah. All right, let me put this back. These are the little gifts that go in here. I'll put that one in there. And the extra pretty thing, I'll put it in here as well. I'll put the lavender and the butterfly back here. My butterfly, isn't it beautiful? It's a magnet. I'll put that in there. I need to glue down my hidden paper clip here. So let's glue this bad baby down so that it'll stay in place. Okay. 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 I'm gonna glue this down, but I think I'm gonna sew it anyways on there. There you go. Okay. There we go. I was gifted this by my friend, my sissy, Ray Owens. She knows I be loving purple. She'll be happy to see that I'm using this. All right. And then I will sew that button on here. And it's gonna go on top of the hidden paper clip. Let me see, I think it's safe to say now. Yeah, okay. Now, let me, okay. So this goes like this. You see, it's gonna go underneath the paper clip. And now the glue will stick to each other here. There you go. And the paper clip goes there in the middle. I am going to glue this like that. After I sew this together, then I will glue this here. And we've got our hidden paper clip. See? I think that's cute. Now here I'm going to start gluing my belly band that I want to put across this page. So that way I can put a little something here. If I decide to gift this as a rack, or, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll put it in my Etsy shop. I don't know. But here I am going to size it up and glue it down. Stuff, and the camera wasn't on. So, but you didn't miss much. What I did was I sewed, like I said, I sewed the doily and the button to here. Here's my hidden paper clip right in there. I couldn't sew this onto here. I was trying to sew it on. I can't. It's got to be glued. So I'm going to glue that now. Okay. I'm going to glue it right there. I'm going to press on it just a little bit and then just let it dry on its own. And then I got my awl. I made, you know, the 3 holes so I can sew this in. This is what I printed. I don't know who this is by. I don't know if I did this on Canva myself, playing around one time, because I know one time I did that, or if it belongs to somebody. I don't know, and you're going to have to forgive me. I don't know why I want to say it was done on Canva, but I'm not sure. So I can't take the credit. So I wanted the, you know, little note. So I did. And there you go. And then, you remember the belly band I did? And I wanted to stick something in there. So I printed this. Now, this is from Paperomia, but this image is actually from Rhapsody Romantic, I believe, because it's got the same flowers. Yep, Rhapsody Romantic or Romantic Rhapsody. It's their digital. It's beautiful. I love it. You see, and it's got the, let me show you what it looks like that. There you go. Because I had to cut it down to size so it'll fit here. The rest of the hydrangeas and the lace, it would have been this long. But look at that, how beautiful that is, right? The colors are beautiful. And then, you know, again, so I flipped around this and I printed that on the back because it matches so well. And I wanted to put something in here. And there you go. So now I am going to glue this, see? And it's gonna hide my string of when I sewed this in. So now I am going to glue this bad baby down. Okay. Here I'm just gluing the outer part of the digitals of Paperomia to the exterior of my journal. Yes, I am. So here is my vintage lilac. Is this a folio? I think this is a folio. Yeah. I'm going to put my pretty little hidden paper clip right here. There you go. So I'm going to now put my little strap bag of a bunch of little scraps. Do I have enough? See, to put that there. And then, let me see. And do I have enough? I do, in fact. Okay, so let me see if I have another long, no. It's just too much purple. I want the neutral color. That's too fat. Yeah, it's too fat. It's too big. I love this. A lot of these I got from Two Sister Jam. I love their lace. Two Sister Jam, or my friend Ray, she sends me as well. I tell you, we have good friends on our Facebook, you know, crafting community. You know, I always try to send things that I know that you're going to like. I don't want to send something that, well, I'm never using it, I don't like it, and because it's junk, I'm going to give it away. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let me see. You know, and because I don't like that, I wouldn't do it to someone else, because I think it's wrong. You know, even though, yes, someone's junk is someone else's treasure, absolutely. But I try to, you know, be conscientious of what I do. Absolutely. You know what? I think I like this, but then, you know what's going to happen? When I put this, it's not going to match. But maybe I can tie it with this. What do you think? I just don't like the way these little rough edges look. Here I'm just gluing up a little bit of the fabric along the edges because they look a little rough. Just wanted to give it a little finished look and decide, well, how am I going to give it a closure? Get in there. Okay. Now let me see. Not pretty. Don't like the way that bow's coming out, but it's gonna have to do. There. Now I think they're the same width. There. So I hope you like it. Tell me what you think. Be brutal. really would have liked to have done little pockets, you know, but corner pockets or little tucks. But I always have that thing about I don't want to cover the paper, you know. The creator went through so much trouble making it so beautiful to be seen and to not be seen because it's covered by a pocket. I don't know. That's my dilemma. That's just me. All right. Well, I do hope you like it. And I hope Paperomia likes it. You know. I like it. All right, y'all. Have a great day. I love you, but God loves you more. I'll see you next time.